A very good evening, everyone. Welcome to ANZ Stadium in Sydney for a terrific night of rugby league. We have got the under-20s Origin, which is about to get underway, and then the big one, the decider. State of Origin 3, Peter Basoldis and Stephen Blocker-Roach with you. Blocker, this is like Christmas Day.
Peter, this is great. I'm really looking forward to this 20s game, no doubt about that. It's the start of something special for these young fellows. They get to see what Origin's all about. They've been in camp, both sides. They get to see a bit about preparation, and then, as you said, a little bit later on, the big one. But let's knuckle down there to this one. Always a big challenge.
All right, here are the teams, the way they line up. Hoy at fullback, Katoa and Saab the wingers, Crichton and Parry the centres for New South Wales, Johns and Wakeham. We'll talk about those halves throughout the game. Lenu, Verrills, Kafusi, Wilton, Dury and Medlin round out the forward pack with Huth, Otogamanu, Croker and Rodwell, the bench for New South Wales. And the coach is Shrek, Mark O'Mealy. For Queensland, Mulatalo, Spry, New, Tuolangi, Anderson. The back line, the halves, Trindle and Pakes. And the forward pack, Blacker, Hetherington, Bullymore, Tino Fasuamalawi, Hopgood, Gilbert, the bench, Boyd, Condon, Bayliss and Barrett. The coach, Scott Prince. Well, there's co-coaches for Queensland, Scott Prince and Paul Dyer, the coaches.
Now, I was watching yesterday the captain's run for the New South Welshman, Mark O'Mealy. He trained him like he played. I mean, the contest that I saw yesterday afternoon, I've never seen a captain's run like it. Generally, it's a little bit of a walk in the park. I'll tell you what, they were belting each other. So Mark O'Mealy has obviously got his men fired up, so it'll be interesting to see how they start this game.
They put the deep heat on top of their heads, on top of the melon.
I don't think any of them are bald yet.
Well, it's not a cure for baldness, is it, putting the deep heat in? This will be good tonight. There's plenty of people coming in. Now, Blocker, we've seen a number of the players in either team have played in the NRL of late. Unfortunately for New South Wales, Phoenix Crosland isn't playing tonight, but it was good to see him make his debut recently. We've got Taffy on Blake Taffy is the halfback for New South Wales tonight with Matt Burton, the 5'8". And last week, of course, Tino Fasuamalawi made his debut for the Melbourne Storm on Thursday night, and he is part of this Queensland team. Got to say too, Blocker, well done to the Melbourne Storm. Even though he made his debut on the weekend, Craig Bellamy said he will never stand in the way of a player who is picked in a rep team and has said, go into camp and enjoy yourself in the Queensland under-20s team. Yeah,
they reckon he played in the game on the weekend. They dropped him off at the hotel on the way back. I love that story.
It's brilliant, isn't it? Corey Pakes on screen. He has been picked to play for the Broncos this weekend to make his debut. Been playing for the Redcliffe Dolphins in the Intrust Super Cup. A lot of those Queensland players just focusing on them while we're waiting for New South Wales, who are about to come out, featuring the Hastings Deering Colts competition as well.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to see Sam Verrills play. I've seen him play all of his NRL games so far. Very crafty little hooker out of dummy half, so his experience will be invaluable.
Certainly will be. Here come New South Wales, a team, as you would expect, chock full of talent. This will be a terrific contest. Really looking forward to seeing Stephen Crichton, another one of these young Penrith players on the assembly line out there at the foot of the mountain. Blocker. Ethan Parry, two in the centres. They're two very likely types. But clash of the forwards, Kai Rodwell, who's been playing Canterbury Cup New South Wales for the Rabbitohs. This will be a beauty, Block.
Yeah, I think Mark O'Mealy would have instilled the hatred for Queensland. And obviously Scott Prince the same, but on our home ground, they get to kick off now, New South Wales, to make a statement early in this game.
So New South Wales kicking off, Queensland with first use of the football. And looking forward to seeing how the next period unfolds. For Suamala Awi with a run. Tackle there by Wilton, the initial contact.
Always a little bit of a softening up period early in the game too, so both sides be very enthusiastic to get off their line. It's a good start from Queensland.
Certainly is. Up towards the 40 they go. In fact, they'll kick here through Corey Pakes. It's with Hoy, the fullback. Strong carrier of the football.
Yeah, nice footwork at the line there too, really late. So Queensland get their first bite. That's a good hit by Eddie Blacker from St George Illawarra Club. Good defence by Queensland.
Known for his defence. Blocker is Eddie Blacker. And this is good stuff from New South Wales. Into Queensland territory they go by about 8 metres.
Peter, I always reckon it's a great advantage to kick off in State of Origin, whether it be the 20s or the first grade or the 18s. So New South Wales have got a little bit of field position. Good start from both sides. No handling errors so far.
There's a kick from Burton. Not a bad one. Flying high though and taking it well. Is the fullback Militalo for Queensland.
We hear it so many times too. A good start, as we said, from New South Wales, but kick into the corners, make them work off their own line. They've done well. No handling errors so far. There's some good defence there,
That's
taking away some yards from the New South Welshman.
Driving defence, isn't it? There on the 5'8" for Queensland, Braden Trindle, who decided to go for a run. Hard yards for the Maroons at the moment. Strong run there by Eddie Blacker. As you said, Block, with the Dragons. They've got big raps on Blacker. Here's a kick from Trindle. Low one. He's looking for the sideline. I'll tell you what, that is a terrific kick.
Yeah, it certainly is when you've been under the pump, field position-wise early in the game. These big boppers a little bit of a rest. Been good quality so far early in this game. As you said, the grubber kick by Trindle. Just give him a little bit of a walk to the scrum now. New South Wales with the loose and the feed.
Yeah, good kick there from Trindle. His team needed it too. They've been on the back foot, Queensland. New South Wales to feed the scrum. Blocker, a number of these players, as mentioned, have made their NRL debut in recent times, and you've got to say a few of them knocking on the door. And there's one here I want to point out to you. I get to see him quite regularly in the Intrust Super Cup. And that's Tom Gilbert, the vice captain for Queensland, the lock forward. He is, and I mean this to Gilbert's family and friends in the nicest possible ways. New South Wales looking for a shift here. There's Katoa, and he's gone into touch.
I'll tell you the trouble with here, when it's a dewy night here, especially at the ANZ Stadium, you can't flirt with your sidelines because that's exactly what happens. Get forced into touch there. That's the first error. An unforced error there from New South Wales there, pushed into touch. It's advantage Queensland now.
Well, there was no going forward with going across as well. It was pretty much one side to the other with no forward momentum there.
They do it so well too, Pete. They hold you up when they know when you're close to the sideline, hold you up. A couple of other troops come and assist in the tackle. New South Wales forced over the sideline.
So Block, going back to Tom Gilbert. I mean this in the greatest respect to any of his family, friends who are watching. He's just a little bit mad.
Oh, he's got a touch of lunacy about him, hasn't he? Oh, good.
In a good way.
I'm looking forward to it.
You'd love watching him play. He's a very good player, as is this one here, and Ethan Bullymore with the Broncos, playing primarily with the Norse Devils. Hooker for Queensland is Kobe Hetherington.
That's not Jason's son, is it?
It sure is.
Oh, what a hard man he was.
The man from Barralabar. Hetherington goes to Pakes. Inside pass, the beauty to Bullymore. He gives a pass to Hetherington, who's tackled 10 away from the line. Bullymore to dummy half, penalty Queensland.
Yeah, second grab there by Darby Mendlin. After the break through the middle third of the field, Gio been impressed with the big number 10, Bullymore. His defence has been great, but he made the way through the middle there. Good interchange of passing there from the Queenslanders. And they're going to take the tap. How good's that?
Yeah, and here is Gilbert. Hard into the New South Wales defence. This is a test for the Blues. Good tackle there, Rodwell. Rodwell v Gilbert's a beauty. Here's a good run from Hopgood. Jermaine Hopgood from the Penrith Panthers. He'll play the ball back to Murray Tuolangi. There's Hetherington. He just lost his balance there, did Kobe. Lost the footing. Gilbert to dummy half. Pakes. Out wide they go. Trindle. Little step. Fenn. Back towards the centre. Past to Pakes. On the ground. 6 more tackles. It was touched. Here's Ethan Bullymore.
Well, they're going to be put under pressure now, the New South Welshman, with a double set now to the Queenslanders on the back of the penalty. Got to try and hang on here.
Strong run there from Blacker. He'll get up and play it. Hetherington with a chance. Just short, penalty Queensland.
You don't know how you get a penalty out of that. They're right on their goal line. Obviously 1 foot not behind the line there, but it's 2 metres out from the line. More pressure for New South Wales.
They take the tap and go to Gilbert. Tom Gilbert. Held up. Held up. Good positioning from Martin Jones, the referee.
You know what this does too when you've had back-to-back sets against you? Gives you a little bit of a breather there. They're held up over the line. You can organise your defensive line.
Pakes. Militalo almost the intercept. Knock back, they're saying, and play on here for New South Wales.
Gee, I've seen those ones called back. Lucky to get away with it that time, New South Wales, but they hung on. And a penalty to boot and a second tackle.
Well, Mark O'Mealy will be delighted with the defence of New South Wales. And now they get a penalty to get marched downfield.
Oh, how good is it? The front rower, you get a penalty on the second tackle and you go, whoo-hoo. I don't have to work the ball off my own line with the line speed of the opposition. I can go up over the halfway line and straight away start to attack.
Especially if you were next in line for a hit-up. You go, oh, good. I'll take this one now, 35 out from the opposition's line.
And especially when it was a 5 metre rule, even the ball boys got bashed.
Dury plays it. Up over the 30 they go now, New South Wales. 28 away from the Queensland line, the under-20s origin. Nice pass away, and he'll do well to stay in the field of play here, Crichton. Tex Hoy, the fullback, getting involved for New South Wales. Strong run again from Rodwell.
No, it's a good run, isn't it? He found his front too. The quick play the ball now.
Now here's a chance for New South Wales. Pass there to Parry, another one of the strong, hard-running centres in this Blues team. Last tackle. Here's the kick into the goal area. Can he get there? Knocked on. Queensland try. Well, it was like a pinball, but Matt Burton is the player that has forced it and opened the scoring for New South Wales. They were under the pump for the last 5 minutes. They get an opportunity blocker, and jotting on the spot was the 5'8" Matt Burton from the Panthers to score.
Well, I'm not so sure that it wasn't Matt Burton that put the kick in. I'll have to wait for the replay, but he picked up the crumbs at the back. Plenty of Queensland jerseys around there, always in these slippery conditions, especially here at ANZ Stadium. It is Burton that comes away with a kick there. How they thread the needle, I'll never know. It was a good chase through, a little bit of a fumble, knock back, and right on the spot following his kick there to score the opening try is Matt Burton. And a good one too, after they responded well to get upfield on the back of a penalty, after they were under the pump on their own goal line. The New South Wales Blues under-20s gave the length of the field to open the scoring.
Yeah, terrific stuff. Blocker, the platform was laid after the penalty from Kai Rodwell with some terrific runs, the big number 10 from the Rabbitohs.
Yeah, you're right there, Pete. Just through that middle third of the field. These sort of conditions too, when you split the back rowers and the centres and there's a little bit of yardage right up the guts. And on the back of a penalty from the second tackle too. Puts you in good field position. New South Wales are off and running.
That they certainly are. Here's the attempted conversion. 20 in from touch. Left boot strikes it, waved away, just stabbed at that one. Yeah, it wasn't kicked with any great conviction there from Stephen Crichton.
You've got to get those ones too, don't you? As you said, you're right. He followed through with that kick, just stabbed at it. That could be telling at the back end of the game, that you've got to convert those once.
24 minutes gone to go in the half. This is the under-20s origin. Queensland v New South Wales. First blood to the Blues. Peter Basoldis and Stephen Blocker-Roach with you on a beautiful Wednesday evening. Good run again from Rodwell. Good defence too for Suomela-Awi. And that is another good run. The New South Wales forwards are rolling. Beautiful pass, and
what?
It's called back. Now,
gee, I'd like to see that again.
Things, Blocker?
Yeah, I must be seeing things too. The natives are getting a little bit restless out there, as you do in Origin. Turnover on the halfway line. I don't know where this is a forward pass. Let's play on for mine. I don't know where that call come from. Anyway, you've got to deal with that. You make the mistake, then you've got to defend. So New South Wales now under the pump, just over the halfway line. Queensland with the loose in the feed.
So Queensland to feed the scrum.
He got a bit of a penalty. Oh no, I thought it might have been a penalty. I thought the ref put his arm up towards Queensland. That's just showing that they've got the loose in the feed. Yep.
Feed of the scrum here for Queensland. 40 out from the New South Wales line. So they got the ball here in New South Wales territory. 35 away. Trailing by 4 points to nil. There's for Suomela-Awi, put on his back. That is a very good tackle.
He's a big man, isn't he?
Pretty certain that was Matt Burton, the 5'8", that picked him up and put him on his back. None of the Dragons could do that on Thursday night when he made his NRL debut for Suomela-Awi. Trindle into the line. Goes to Militalo, the fullback for Queensland, dives into the corner. What a way to hit back. 4 all. Referee will point to the spot. Fullbacks these days, Blocker, can create something out of nothing. He saw the opportunity, and what about the finish?
Militalo, what about the speed on the bloke? On the back of a mistake by the New South Welshman. Got himself on that right-hand side. A one-pass runner here, some good ball playing. Straightened up beautifully. The second man play, no obstruction there. Queensland, just like that, hit back. It'd be wonderful to have that sort of speed, Peter.
My car can nearly go that fast.
I don't think mine could. He was flying.
Nearly.
Great hit back, bud. That's great. They just hung in there. They didn't let the first try worry them. Queensland hit back with a great try.
Ronaldo Militalo plays for the Sharks. There's a former Shark that is going to be in the crowd watching tonight, Valentine Holmes. I saw him this afternoon, Block.
Geez, wouldn't you wish he was playing? How's he looking? Is he bulked up a bit, or
looks good?
They got to put a bit of size on him for the NFL.
Not much more.
No,
he was saying it's just more about just getting that power going. But in saying that, you don't want to put on. He doesn't want to put on too much size.
Is he loving it?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe getting about 4 million or something. I'd be loving it too.
I don't think he's getting that yet. Here's Trindle.
Oh, we'll throw it out there anyway.
Potentially there.
Hey, Pete, just quickly.
He could have shouted the coffee if he...
I know they've missed the goal there. Just quickly, what about the setup we've got here for sports films? Mate, when we started a couple of years ago, you and I, there was just a couple of microphones, that was it. We've got everything, replay screens and everything. How good is it?
Outstanding. The guys do a terrific job putting all of these games together for you. A terrific crew.
Way of the future.
Hope you're enjoying this no matter where you are. I bet there's a lot of people on trains and buses on their way home just having a sneaky look on the phone or the iPad, the laptop.
Always interested to watch the 20s and all that play, Pete. I wish they'd bring it back before the NRL games, even if we had a under-23s competition or something like that, just so we can go and watch these stars or the next up stars We can watch them week in and week out. We don't get to see them that much now. Well, I don't.
There's a good run from Jermaine Hopgood. Up over halfway they go through Blacker. Last tackle here for Queensland. Kick there from Pakes. Tex Hoy.
You talk about timing there. They got there right on the nick of time and give away a penalty. Just roughing up. I thought that was a dominant tackle there, Pete. I don't know about the penalty there. Dominant tackle. The fullback jumped for the football from New South Wales in Tex Hoy. How about that for a name?
Tex Hoy.
Hey? Yeah, good. They get the penalty, but that's the second time they've got a little bit of reprieve off their own line with 2 penalties. So all that hard work done by the New South Welshman's pack yet.
Someone from the Dragons send me a tweet or something. Jason Saab. Remember, was it Charlie Saab?
Charlie Saab, yeah. He played with South Sydney.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's his son, do you reckon?
Well, if someone from the Dragons can let us know, that would be terrific. Might just like the cars. So Jason Saab from the Dragons. Plenty of players with big raps on them here, and this is all part of their rugby league journey. New South Wales on the front foot. There's a strong run.
Wow.
Lenu. He's been good, almost poking his head through the defensive line every time he's touched the ball so far. There's a kick. They fly high and getting there and putting the ball down. Was it? No. Knocked on.
Well, exactly what I've been waiting for, to see Saab jump for the football. A wonderful leaper. Got the first grab on the footy. Here's the crossfield kick here. It was a great chase for the New South Welshman. Saab, very tall, got the first grab at it. It looked like the ball went back there, but he lost possession, so that's a fair call, that one.
Yeah. Boy, he's athletic, isn't he? Just tall individual is Saab.
I watched our man play Xavier Coates the other day. I got one word for you. Wow.
Yeah.
How good's he going to be?
And Block, there's another thing for people who watch these games. It's not that long before they star in the NRL, or play in the NRL at least, I should say. Good run, Hetherington.
Well, that's why we've got to have the opportunity for rugby league supporters. We've got to be able to see these kids coming up.
Corey Pakes puts on a step and a sprint, but good tackle. Drake stopping him was Matthew Dury. Kick here from Trindle. It's a high one. Underneath it is Katoa.
Oh,
takes
nice.
it well. That's a great take, Katoa. And did well too. He thought about a little cheeky offload, but
It's wonderful confidence in the run in there from 15 metres to catch a bomb like that. Great quality game, this.
16 and a half minutes left in the first half. There's a good run. Virals, and now out wide to Crichton.
And the offload too. He bounced out the back nicely there.
New South Wales up over the 30 they go now. Close to the 20 as well. Play the ball. Here's the try score. Goes to no one. Matt Burton just overcooked that pass.
A little bit of an indecision there from Burton. He looked in to play in and then went out. The cut-out pass, I don't really know. Night football in these sort of slippery conditions. It's a couple of times that pass has gone over the touchline, but when they get driven over by 3 and 4 in the tackle, Queensland's defence, you've got to pay tribute to it. 4 all at the moment, so the defence has been good. They get to ruck the ball off up over their 20.
They're just outside the 20 there on tackle 1. Now Hopgood gets it up to the 30. Tessie New for Queensland. Now, he's another player blocker that featured in the 18's origin. Good run there. Up over the halfway, nearly to the 30. Bullymore now. Pakes, inside pass to Gilbert.
Done well back on the inside there defensively, New South Wales. They had to close the gate. Different angles here from the Queenslanders.
Knock back there. Trindle. It's the last. He puts up a kick. Tester there for Saab. Oh, wow.
Shelling peas.
Great take.
Oh, that was a beautiful take too.
And a penalty.
And again. Jeez, they've got to have a little bit more discipline there. Scott Prince will talk to his side about that, about making New South Wales work off their own line. Giving away 3 penalties now. So they're back around the halfway line to attack again.
Monica Manu. Shot of him on the sideline. He's about to come on. Stefano. Now they're 35 away from the Queensland line. Getting up to play it. It's been one of the better players on the field, Spencer Linu.
I'll tell you what he's got to learn. Just get up and play the ball. Don't look at the markers and everything, because the next bloke who runs the ball, if you're slow, play the ball, you get whacked. So you got to play for your teammates.
There is Yuraki Manu. His first touch of the football. There's Tex Hoy. Almost getting through for Suamala-Awi. Grabbed him by the collar and put him down. There's a little kick knocked on Queenslanders. Should be 6 more tackles. It is.
Now they're going to get asked the question now. Back-to-back sets now for New South Wales.
3 metres away from the line, New South Wales. 4-all the score. Big opportunity this one now for the Blues. 5 away from the line. Hoy will get up and play it. Good to see the fullback go from one side of the field to the other. The 17 is out there now. Alex Seyfarth, the Tiger from the West Tigers. Has been made part of their top 30. Beautiful pass.
Great tackle.
Great tackle. You're right, blocker, try saver. Good pass, that one from Burton. He's got the ball in hand again. Burton steps, scores. Wow.
An exciting game of footy. Just got to carry out the penalties. When New South Wales are getting off their own line, the Queenslanders giving away 3. Just an easy walk upfield. So they've been gifted their points, really. They really haven't had to work that hard for them, New South Wales. 10 points to 4. Here we go again.
New South Wales with the football. Riku Manu. There's Saab.
Tell you what, they are good at poking their nose through. I mean, the defence of Queensland's been good, but you watch every time New South Wales take it through the middle. The ability just to poke the nose through, quick play the balls, land on their knees and elbows.
It's one of the few occasions that a New South Wales player was put on their back, but even then, quick spin, got straight back up, good quick play the ball. Here's the last inside Queensland territory by a couple of metres. High kick from Burton. Good luck. Oh, and that's a very good take from Ronaldo Mulatalo.
Yeah, Mulatalo, that was a beautiful take, and gets the offload too. They've called it back.
Ooh, he was fighting.
Now here's one of my pet hates in the game. If someone offloads the ball after you've called help, irrespective of what team it is, penalise them. Don't go back to it, just slows the game, takes all the momentum out of the game. That's my bone for the day. What's yours?
No, I'm with you there. No, I got mine for you. One of the... here's a penalty, Queensland. No, I was going to say one thing, but I'm going to change it. People on planes who think as soon as the seatbelt sign's off, it means they think
jump
the door's
up.
open.
Yeah. Yep, I'm with you. You generally sit down the front of the plane these days, mate. Pete, I knew when you had nothing.
Down the front. No, not that far down. Here's Tanner Boyd, who's on the field. Mulatalo. Tanner Boyd, recently signed by the Gold Coast Titans, was with the Broncos. For Suamala-Awi from the Melbourne Storm and the Sunshine Coast Falcons. Get up and play it. Here is Boyd. His objective is to run. Trindle to Pakes. Long pass. Anderson, Elijah Anderson, does well to stay in the field of play. To Alungi. Pakes goes short on this occasion. They're 5 away from the line.
It's amazing how similar they play to first grade sides, isn't it? Unbelievable for 20-year-olds.
Boyd, Pakes, played a lot of football together. Little kick there from Pakes. Burton does well. He's back in the field of play.
If we get the replay of that kick there was hardly any chases too. I don't know who he was kicking for that time, the halfback.
Oh, good run, Crichton. And then he's left it behind. All knock back play on here. Saab's got it. Gets up over the halfway line, Saab. Can he stay in the field of play? No, he can't.
Now, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, it's a penalty, New South Wales. So a penalty, New South Wales block.
Yeah, a little bit of jumper grabbing there. Saab, as I said, you flirt with the sideline. That's exactly what happens in night games. Get close, a little bit slippery there. Gets forced into touch. This is a big plus for the New South Welshmen now. I'll call both captains out. I don't think there's any need. Let's just get on with the game. This is another thing that annoys me. You come here, stand there when I'm talking to come on, let's play. We know it's a penalty, let's get on with it.
7 minutes left in the first half. You know what's going to be said. Just settle it down, otherwise I'll have to put someone down.
Yeah, but the fans sitting here watching the game and you and I doing the game, need to get on with it. It's a little bit like Mark Gasnier, that young centre, isn't he? Coming all the way from the other side.
Yeah, look at the New South Wales centres. Crichton and Parry.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was the 11.
That was Take Wilton from Cronulla. Start the game.
You understand what I'm saying, mate? We've had 2 minutes stoppage here now. I know that they've called time off, but come on, boys. I'm ready to watch you blow your whistle. I want to see them play.
And play they will, Block. Big Stefano. There's a good run. That's Matt Croker. Burton. Oh, good.
Nice
Solid
tackle.
hit. Pakes has it now for Queensland.
And that was the number 4 there for the Queensland side.
Murray to Alungi.
Tuilagi just launched. Haven't seen a centre tackle like that since Gene Miles.
Here he is with a good run as well. Boyd goes to Tom Gilbert. Tanner Boyd from inside the 40. He struck it pretty nicely as well. Tanner Boyd with a 40-20.
Look at the speed of the kid too. Coming on at hooker, kicking out a dummy half there. A 40-20. The time's right too. It's amazing how many times all these young players can do things right on call, what's needed. The 40-20, here they come, Queensland. Got to hang on here, New South Wales. And they send them back again.
This is my bugbear in the game. As soon as the team's ready to tap, they should be right to go as far as 40-20s are concerned. Logan Bayliss now. Bayliss Brow it is who's on the field. Corey Pakes, short ball, good tackle. See, great exhibition of rugby league here. Militalo for the line. Can he get there? No, he's short.
He's held up there. Great defence. Looks like he was going to roll over and score there.
Oh, Tanner Boyd, if you don't mind, the half volley, the pickup. Could have been a changeover in possession there. He's done well. Queensland lost a little bit of momentum though. Logan Bayliss Brow there on the field. His second hit up of the set. Here's the last. Trindle, they're running it. Militalo puts a little kick in now and flying through. And knocking the ball on. Queensland.
Tell you what,
Spry coming through.
Tell you what, they chase with enthusiasm too. It looked like that ball, they never give up on it. It looked like it was kicked a little bit too hard, but have a look at the Queensland chasers here. They know it's all on the line. Beautiful grubber kick in and behind, the bounce of the ball. Geez, that's flirting with danger too there from Katoa. You've got to get on that footy. New South Wales hang on there.
Strong run here from Katoa. 6 points down. Queensland, New South Wales looking very strong, and they're getting good service from their bench. Itoi Kamanu would run from him. Tafe, get up and play it. There's another good scheming run here from Virals. And a kick as well from Virals. And flying through and getting the ball is Wilton. Oh, that is sensational from the number 9 from the Roosters. Outstanding. Sam Virals does very well, and a try from Wilton. New South Wales go further in front.
Well, he's got a sense of when to run, hasn't he, Virals? One marker down there for Queensland. He just skipped out of dummy half. But what about the skills? Stepped around a couple of players, good footwork, skipped out of a couple of tackles, and then the vision to put the grubber kick in. And look at the chase. Timed himself beautifully there. That's Wilton that gets over the stripe. That's wonderful play considering Queensland could have scored up the other end of the field, and we've seen it a couple of times in the first half. New South Wales have been able to go the length of the field and score on the back end of it. Virals, tremendous play. He's going to be a good player, this kid.
Well, he's been playing a lot in the Canterbury Cup, New South Wales for the North Sydney Bears. He's been playing very well as well. He's having a very good season. And now he's laid on a try there for Tug Wilton, who did very well, the back rower.
Another important kick, this one too. We saw the last kick. I think it was Crichton who kicked it and stabbed at the football. He gets another opportunity here. He'll be hoping he can put this one over. Make it 16-4.
Pretty much right on half time too, Block.
They did well to scramble up the other end of the field, New South Wales. Just reloaded, went down the other end. And Virals with some wonderful football. You want to hear his name a lot.
Absolutely. Looks very sharp. Crichton, left boot strikes it. He struck that one better off the post and in. Well, his first two kicks, nothing like his first one. We'll put the first one down the nerves.
Yeah.
His next two have been very good.
Just got to get in there at half time with Scott Prince if you're the Queenslanders and just sapped a bit of energy out of them, giving away those 3 penalties. New South Wales are working off their own line. The second tackle, they kicked downfield. They've played pretty well in the first half. A lot of football for New South Wales. I think the tide will turn possession-wise in the second half.
Final minute of the half is a mistake from New South Wales. Queensland will look to pack the scrum and stop the clock. And they'll have enough time here, Block, for at least 3 or 4 tackles, you would think.
Well, a great place to attack from too, right just to the left of the upright in the middle third of the field. Everyone's packed onto one side here. Just look for that fullback again coming in, making the extra man. He's been dangerous.
Watch for Tanner Boyd to run. Goes to Corey Pakes, who slipped just at the wrong time there. 29 seconds to Alungi. He's held, remains on his feet. 20 seconds left. Boyd, Pakes, Trindle, goes short for Suamala-Awi. 5 away from the line. He'll want to get up and play it quickly. Last play of the half. Militalo can't get there. In fact, it was that quick a play. He'll have time for one more play. He plays it. Penalty Queensland though.
Well, you know what I'd be doing? Take it 10 metres out and put it up right next to the upright and get everyone to contest the footy here. Up she goes to the big Gary Owen, as they used to call it.
Yep.
Right at the posts. They have a shot at goal, are they?
Surely not.
Well, they got a couple of penalties early and never took the kick. What are they taking the kick for now? Anyway,
Well,
better minds than mine.
They are going to. Yep, they are going to take the shot at goal. We're a bit surprised about this move. 10 points down. You know what'll happen, Block. If Queensland score in the last minute and win, we'll be saying,
what a great decision it was to take that kick.
remember that kick right on half time?
I'll write it down.
If he gets it. Trindle. It's no gimme. He's 10 in from touch. He is a good goal kicker. Strikes it well. Off the post, back in. New South Wales won't want to clock off. It's play on here for Queensland. Militalo has it. Tackled half time. He knocked the ball on. Well, there was no need there for Stefano Udikomanu to get involved. I'll apologise to him if he was involved. Referee Martin Jones is probably best just to say, guys, go to your rooms. We'll come back and sort this out in around 10 minutes' time.
Go on, everyone. Give everyone 10 minutes.
Second half action about to get underway. We just a quick shot there of Lonnie Dakiri and Brent Tate on the sideline for Queensland. Brent Tate wearing the blue shirt for the Maroons, running the messages. Queensland out there. It's got Prince as well too. He's got the yellow shirt on there, Block. So,
well, he's doing his own running, or is he getting ready for the big one?
Yeah, he's out there. He's out there running his own messages.
Wonder if he got it right.
He's got Paul Dyer, his co-coach as well. Here come New South Wales. They're in control, leading by 2 converted tries. Second half action about to get underway.
Well, Peter, it was lucky for the New South Welshmen to score just on the stroke of half time. Queensland probably had the last couple of plays at the line. Interesting second half. I'm sure you'll have to clean up their discipline when New South Wales are coming off their own line. They give away 3 penalties. Here we go. We're underway in the second half.
We certainly are underway. New South Wales with first use of the football. They're leading by 2 converted tries.
Well, it's been Matt Burton for New South Wales, the orchestrator in the first half with the headgear on. He set up the couple of tries there. He's got options. Played so well. Be interesting to see if New South Wales kick early in the tackle count to start the second half. 16-4 in front. I want to play the game down the other end.
Well, they get the ball to the halfway line here, Block. It's tackle 4. The slow play the ball, so that probably stopped any thought of an early kick, but it's a great set of 6 anyway. They'll be kicking inside the half. Will Tafe, and that'll be knocked on by New South Wales.
A little bit of fraught with danger to start off the second half with that big bomb going up and allowing the opposition to have first grab at the ball. They couldn't take it, New South Wales, so a turnover now. Queensland 20 metres out from their own line.
Got to start the half strongly here, Queensland. Tuilagi, who did have a good half of football for the Maroons in the first half. Queensland started to get a lot of momentum during that half when both hookers, whether it be the starting hooker in KB Hetherington or Tanner Boyd, just skipped out a little bit. They both look sharp. Up to the 30 go Queensland. This has been a good set of 6.
You've got to finish it well here.
High kick. Hoy's underneath it. And knocked on by Queensland into Hoy. And then just when they thought that blocker they were about to march downfield and score the try, it was pulled back for the knock-on. Good call from Martin Jones.
I love that midfield bomb too, about 30 out, aiming at the post. You've got to contest for the footy. I think Mr. Munster in the big one will be under a fair bit of pressure. Hasn't played fullback for a couple of years, so...
Still is his preferred position.
He's been catching bombs all week.
Oh, offload. And not a bad one as well. Burton's got it. Crichton is offload happy, isn't he? The centre,
You know what, but I actually like that about
So do
players.
I.
I mean, rather than this one out, taking it up all the time, at least a little bit of skill. As long as you don't make errors coming off your own line, it's good to chance your hand a bit. Fortune favours the brave.
certainly does. And here's Verrills, best player on the field by far, and gets a good quick play the ball. Burton, little grubber kick. It's a tester there for Anderson. He's knocked it back. He's got to get up and get it. He does. That's good play. It's an easier game for your teammates when you've got someone like Sam Verrills doing what he's doing, but Queensland have lost it now.
And especially off a quick play the ball with that kick downfield. It's nearly on again here.
Forwards, Queensland's Tom Gilbert with 24, Medlin with
A lot of willing
25.
workers, haven't they? A lot of willing workers. Their work rate has been great. Still arguing with the ref. Just come on, get out of my face and let's get on with the game.
So what will they do here in New South Wales?
They pointed to the post.
Yeah, they have. Just waiting for the kicking tee to come out here for Crichton. They'll have a big sigh of relief here, Queensland. I think the blocker that New South Wales have chosen to
Well, you generally
take
do.
the two.
You generally think about it and do what the opposition doesn't want you to do. They'll like that New South Wales is going to go 2 more points further ahead. 18-4 it'll be. They'll throw this one over. Nice left footer too.
Good crowd in attendance for the under-20s origin. He makes no mistake, does Crichton. So 18-4 it is.
That's nice too for New South Wales to get on the scoreboard, just to settle them down to start the second half, albeit a conversion. Queensland, as I said, I'm sure their coach would have spoken to them about the discipline at half-time. They've given away too many penalties. I mean, the scoreline would be nowhere near what it is now if they'd not given away those penalties. Let New South Wales march up field so comfortably. Really got to take stock now.
So New South Wales with the football. Here's Spencer Lenu from
up together,
Penrith.
get square. Here and hold.
He'll get up and play it.
12, hold for me, 12. 15 off the ball.
Strong carry again.
Hold. Tenacity, another step,
That
mate.
was Darby Medlin.
Thanks.
Again,
12 on now. Hold.
Lutica Manu
Hold.
getting heavily involved as well. So was Alex Seafarth off the bench, getting good service off their bench. That's Matt Croker.
Just don't want this scoreline to blow out here.
Good pass there from Medlin. They went to the other centre this time, and Ethan Parry is right in the centre of the ground. Play it now. New South Wales in front. High kick from Burton. They allow it to bounce. Crichton's got it. He's kicked it out on the full.
Plays off the cuff, doesn't he? He was caught on the sideline there. Nothing really he could do. Tried to hook the ball over back in field with his left boot. New South Wales turned the ball over here. Someone's got to take control of this Queensland side here.
Tremaine Spry.
Must
He's been quiet.
get themselves back into the game.
Been quiet, Tremaine Spry. Noted try scorer in the Intrust Super Cup. He must be knocking on the door to be in that Gold Coast Titans team. Here's Tanner Boyd at first receiver. They'll be looking for him to run a lot more now.
We've got to chance their hand too. I know it's only early in the second half, but we've got to come up with something a little bit different. A couple of offloads or a little bit of individual brilliance here from Queensland.
For Suomela Awi. Loses the ball. He's claimed it was stripped. Loose carry. It was. Here's Hoy. Wasn't a bad set, that one from Queensland, but will come unstuck near the end of it. That's New South Wales coming off their own end. They're 10 short of the halfway line. He's having a game and a half, Tate Wilton. Here's Crichton. Looks dangerous every time he's got the football. The ball looks like a tennis ball in those hands.
A little marble in his hand.
Yeah. Verrills.
Gee, he recognises when to run well, doesn't he, Verrills? And a quick play the ball here.
He's putting his team on the front foot. 22 away from the line. Which way will Verrills go on the last? Goes to Burton. Puts up a kick. He shanked that one a little bit. Saab will make something of it. Inside pass. Parry. Medlin. Now the halfback. Tafe gets it high in the air. Crichton's got it. He's put on the deck. That went forward. That went forward.
Well, they've really got to dig in now, Queensland. Somehow have got to make it up the other end of the field. New South Wales have got them where they want them now. 10 metres out from their own line. Here's some good defence. Taking a couple of yards off the ball carrier. They'll try and upset their first two rucks here.
Hopgood. That's a good run from Hopgood. His team needed it. This set of 6 blocker, this Tuolangi makes another 7, 8, 9, 10 metres. That set of 6 had tackle 3 or 4 on their own 10 metre line, written all over it until that run from Hopgood.
Just their halves have got to take control here for the Queensland side. They've got to come up with something a little bit special. Can't afford just keep running one out like that. Not getting any offloads. 2 and 3 in the tackle, making it easy for New South Wales. The last now on the halfway line.
Kick from Trindle. It's a pretty good one as well. Boy takes it well.
Do you know what, but Peter? It's too far out. You got to get around that 30 metre line and put it up so your chasers can get through. 40 metres out. A few minutes into the second half, and a little bit of fatigue starts to set in.
New South Wales in control at the moment, but as we know, things can change pretty quickly. Verrills Well, he's out there. You wouldn't expect things to change too much because he's playing very well. And here's a penalty. It was late in the tackle count as well. They take a quick tap. Off they go, Verrills. Quick hands away. Parry to Saab. Look out, Saab. They corral him. He's still going.
Now you got to be ready, haven't they? Haven't you? They took the quick tap. Queensland had their backs to New South Wales there.
Tafe goes to the big number 10 in Rodwell. Back out for his second stint. Couple of metres away from the line. Oh, big numbers to the left. They go that way through the hands. They'll score. Wilton to Crichton. He's in, is he? Crawls his way to the line. He lost it. So it's going to say it was stripped here from Queensland, and then Queensland forced it. Of course, you can strip it in the act of scoring, the opposition scoring a try. Forced in goal line dropout.
Yeah, they're under the pump again. It was a quick tap taken by the New South Welshman. They identified that you get him out wide again. Here's Crichton with the footy. Yeah, and it's stripped over the top, so tackled in the in-goal area, the Queenslanders. Under the pump now.
Didn't he do well, Ronaldo Mulatalo? That's outstanding, to strip the ball when it looked like Stephen Crichton was about to score.
Just been relentless, haven't they, New South Wales, through the middle of the ruck. I mentioned in the first half how they poked their nose through all the time. They have not let up. Playing a little bit like their coach, Mark O'Mealy. He was one for the ages, wasn't he?
Terrific play, Burton straight through, inside pass, and they'll score the try. Matt Croker, the try scorer from the Newcastle Knights. New South Wales going further in front this under-20s origin. Put it down to Matt Burton, sending the forward over to score the try blocker.
Yeah, could have scored himself there, Burton. He's been the difference in this game. Wonderfully skilled, always takes the right option. Look, the show and the go. A little bit of footwork at the line. Gets the ball on the outside there. New South Wales are in again. Doesn't he like it? He's been the man of the match so far, Burton. Plenty of good players out there for New South Wales. This is going to be a carve-up.
22 points to 4 it is.
And New South
Wales in front of Queensland in this under-20s origin. Queensland in a lot of trouble.
The New South Wales team in their
home statement.
Let's hear it for them, ladies and gentlemen, at ANZ tonight, the junior New South Wales team.
And it will be Crichton to look to add the extras. Just had that one miss early on in the night.
Yeah, they've scored in pretty good positions now, apart from the first try, I'd say. Crichton having a night out. But Burton, wow, let's keep my eyes open for him.
And
he's going to be a player. He's not far. He wouldn't be far off first grade neither.
Another one blocker from Penrith.
They churn them out, don't they? The Penny Panthers.
Good mix actually in the New South Wales team from across the clubs. Tex Hoy from Newcastle, Towers from Canterbury, Crichton from Penrith, Parry from Parramatta, Saab from the Dragons, Burton from Penrith, Ninu also from Penrith.
Well, Burton's got options, hasn't he? You don't know whether he's going to run, show and go, look on the inside and step back in, kick. He's got a good kick bag, hasn't he?
Certainly does. Darby Medlin too, blocker from Canberra. He's had a good game as well, the lock forward for New South Wales.
They've all been good.
Young players coming through at the Raiders, aren't there, at the moment? He's well stocked for the future, is Ricky Stewart. In fact, blocker one player, Corey Horsburgh, who played in this game last year.
Yeah, the big redhead.
Yeah, he re-signed for 3 years with the Raiders.
Playing good too. I love how aggressive he is. Helps when you got Bateman and all those guys next to you.
What a player. Burton looking to run, flicks it out the back to nobody. Eventually it's picked up Watafa, he puts up a very good kick. Swirling, he was never comfortable under that one, Militalo.
He's been their best player, hasn't he, Militalo? But fatigue starts to set in. You start to make errors on the back foot. Takes a special type of team to come back from 24-4, and another opportunity now for New South Wales.
Yeah, he's had a very good game, Militalo. Saved the try a few minutes ago, his defence. Scored a try as well. Well, scored the only try that Queensland has managed to put on the scoreboard. This has been a very proficient performance from New South Wales, because Virals and Burton have a plan. Well, it was Virals and Hoy who had a plan to go to Parry. He does well to stay in the field of play. Saab came to help him. Now they're only 10 away from the line. Udukamanu gets the legs pumping. Virals, it's there for him. There was a little gap. Still going. Dancing with them. Stepping. Passing. Udukamanu, he's held up. Held up.
He's another one with options, isn't he? Virals. Been outstanding. Hasn't overplayed his hand. Bringing it offloading the footy too. Can you imagine this place tonight when there's 83,000 here? It'll be pumping.
Certainly will be. Here's Hoy. And Parry on his outside. Cuts back towards the centre of the ground. Reminding me of Gary Belcher actually running like that. Here we go. And reaching out and scoring is going to be Kai Rodwell. The Rabbitoh is in, and that pretty much seals the deal for New South Wales. I say this, Blocker, as I throw it to you for the replay of the try, that you love seeing front rowers score like that.
Yeah, I certainly do. And that's just a power run and simple second man play. And as you said, Kai Rodwell is the man who gets over the stripe, but that's a fatigue try. Queensland's defence, it's been all the football for New South Wales in the second half. They would have been talking about going on with the show after leading 16-4 at half time. They've certainly done that. They have not given an inch. And the big front rower goes over. Simple play. Rodwell scores. You have a look at it there. Nathan Barrett, it was, number 17, just got up in front of his teammates, which just opens up that gap. Second man play, simple conversion, 30-4.
That's exactly what it will be when he does kick it. I thought he was walking in slowly for this one, but he's just walking out his mark again. Moves in. Now.
Soon.
Mate, it'll be 30-4. Stephen, you can get in there and kick it. Stephen Crichton I'm talking to. Now Blocker. I heard during the week that Blocker wasn't your original nickname.
No, you're right, but I'm not allowed to say what it was because it's very embarrassing.
Start with P?
It's got something to do with the shape of me melon.
Peter Basoldis and Stephen Podge Roach.
Podgy, yeah. Yes. Yes.
Any guesses for who I was talking to?
Paul Cyril?
No, it wasn't Cyril. It wasn't your brother.
Who was it? Give someone up, please.
Jimmy Jack.
Gary Jack. The world's best back. Couldn't he play? Got a more stingy bloke you'd never meet. He could play, but.
Is it true he delayed his trip home to pay the cheaper toll?
He used to give the toll gate bloke a couple of bananas instead of the 40 cents.
I told him I'd get that in. He said, say good day to Podge for me. I said, hang on, Podge.
He's a good man. He's a good man, Jimmy. What a player. Wow.
That's a terrific set of six from New South Wales.
We come from the same junior club down there in Wollongong, the Red Devils.
He was very good player.
Where did you see him at, Peter?
No, I had him on my radio program.
Oh, right, okay. You running out of people
Radio
or something? No, I'm joking. You lose my number or something? Or?
Oh, I've got to give him a go.
Yeah, you cranked me up a few times. I've never said no to you, but Pete.
No, you haven't.
If I answer one day and say no, I can't do it, I'm rearranging my sock drawer, you'll know that I'm pretty fed up with you.
Pass from Bullymore to Trindle. Militalo out wide they go here. Queensland through to Alungi. He gives
Nice.
a pass away to Anderson, and he's away here. Sizes up the fullback. Hoy does well. Better ball movement from Queensland. Too little, too late. Tanner Boyd up over the 20 he goes. Still going Tanner Boyd. Gets a pass away for Suamela Awi.
Yeah, it's very important for him to finish the game well here.
Trindle stepping. Good tackle. That was a very good tackle from Burton. Hetherington back in the dummy half. Goes to Suamela Awi. 9 away from the line. Tino will get up and play it. Boyd to Alungi for the line. It's the last. It'll be a changeover. Good defence, New South Wales. Defensively blocker. Ethan Parry has been outstanding tonight on Murray to Alungi.
I don't mind that play there from Queensland because you have a look at it right in the corner. New South Wales 2 metres out from their own line. This is where you earn your money here. These are the tough runs. It's where the courageous blokes get. I remember playing with Wayne Pearce for all those years. You could never push him out of the way for his size, tough as teak.
10 away from their own line here in New South Wales. Crichton. Now Hoy. Gilbert with the tackle over the top. Huth from Newcastle is out there. You can't miss him in there. The blonde-haired Luke Huth. There's a kick. Allowed to bounce once again. Anderson's got it. 11 minutes to go to Militalo.
Well, I hope both sides really try and finish this game too. It's fizzled out a little bit. The scoreline 30-4. Got to finish well in these games.
Tessie New been kept quiet by New South Wales tonight.
You know why, Peter? Because 10 years down the track or 5 years down the track, you might come up against them again. Be able to remind them what the scoreline was.
You wouldn't have done anything like that.
No, I was too buggered to talk.
Gilbert here for Queensland. Tanner Boyd into the line. It's a nice pass away, and that's a good pass as well too from Hopgood. But from his point of view, it was straight to Saab.
Well called there from Saab. Has anyone got in touch with us to see if he's a nephew or son of?
Relation of Charlie Saab? No, haven't received anything from that. So yeah, if you are associated with Jason Saab, he's the other winger in Katoa. Strong run there from Lenu. Kick here from Burton. High kick. Well, the only contest there was between two New South Wales players. He's just knocked that one on, boy. He dragged it back towards the other player.
It's losing a little bit of momentum at the moment, the game. There's the Fantasy League scores. I didn't know we were hooked up to that with the 20s. Is that a G-up or?
Oh, they'd be putting the points in. Just for a bit of fun.
A lot of possession here. A lot of runs from New South Wales.
Now Saab contracted through to the Dragons until at least the end of the 2022 season. Maryland's Rams Junior. So
no relation.
Doesn't say that in his profile.
See,
New
there's
South Wales got the ball.
There's a little thing too. Just turned around and tried to offload the footy, the Queenslanders, and the ball's on the deck. Desperation for New South Wales to dive on it. It's a good play.
Saab is 195 centimetres
How many
tall.
is that? 6'5"? Is it?
More, I think. He's 18. Blocker. He's 18.
Wonder how big his boots are.
On the front foot again, New South Wales. It's all one-way traffic with 8 minutes to go.
And Dory coming back on for the New South Welshman. Just trying the back rower will probably try and give him a little bit of spark here off the bench for his second stint.
And the New South Wales. Oh, here's Verrills again. New South Wales halves might be looking to find Dory here. Lenu, Tafay.
Wow.
Flying through and scoring the try. They're in again, New South Wales. It's party time for the Blues. In they go. 34 points to 4 it is.
Well, that was just the flash, Peter. I don't know who it was. Back on the inside. Change of direction. We talked about slippery conditions. It was that quick, I didn't see who it was.
And everyone's getting a pat on the head. And it was
Number
Ethan
4.
Parry.
Yep. Have a look at this for speed. Now, these sort of conditions, that's what you need to do. Cut back on the inside. Look at that. Bang. Straight through. And that way you're going to stop him there.
A staggered defence.
Ethan Parry. Parramatta.
He's been solid blocker, Ethan Parry. And deserves that try. So it will be Crichton again. He's loving these ones now from right in front. Yeah, Ethan Parry. Centre for Parramatta. Has played some Canterbury Cup.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be long before he's playing first grade, a lot of these blokes. Been a great effort, hasn't it?
Certainly has.
Gonna dip your lid to Marco Amelie, the coach. He'll be happy. Very rarely see him smile, but anyway, I reckon he'll be smiling today. Cranky old front rower.
He plays for Wenty, Ethan Parry in the Canterbury Cup. Scored 4 tries this season. And has one tonight. Crichton makes no mistake. This is one-way traffic for New South Wales. 36 points to 4.
Well, they'll be looking up at the scoreboard now, the Queenslanders, and thinking, well, it's not even what could have been. They started so well early, put the New South Welshmen under all sorts of pressure, but then they went on the back of a penalty and scored the first try. It's been open slather since then.
Certainly has been. Now, blocker, this, I think I'm right in saying, Tino Fasuamala-Awi, what a year he's having. I can double check this stat in just a moment, but I'm pretty certain that this will be the first loss he's played in this season.
Wow.
Because he made his NRL debut with the Melbourne Storm and won that one.
Wonder how he'll take it. Not real good, I'm imagining.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. Just got to double check that he didn't play in a recent loss for Sunshine Coast Falcons, and he didn't. So yeah, 15 games in a row the Sunshine Coast Falcons won in the Intrust Super Cup.
Who's coaching them?
Eric Smith is their coach.
Well done. It's a good feat, isn't it? 15 in a row.
Then they had a loss. So yeah, it's the first time he's played in a losing team this year. Big Tino.
No match payments this week. That was a great thing about playing in England. You got your match payments every Thursday. If you played well, the envelope was very skinny. If you got beat, it was a little bit fatter if you won.
Yeah, very good. Hetherington plays it. Here's Tanner Boyd. That kick could go anywhere when it bounces. Bounces into the in-goal area. There's only one player following it through, and that was for Suamala Awi, and eventually the cavalry came. Blacker was there, as was Anderson.
That's a big play. You needed a little bit earlier in the game, but
It's a good kick from Tanner Boyd.
certainly was. They haven't given up hope, have they? I know they're getting flogged on the scoreboard, but they're finishing well, the Queenslanders. Important for them to do that. Fullback's probably been their most outstanding player, I would say. There's been plenty for the Blues.
That man, ball in hand's been pretty good as well in Tanner Boyd. Here's Ethan Bullymore. 27 away from the line. Get up and play it there, Will Barrett. Boyd. Trindle for Suamala Awi. Hit hard again. Burton in under the ribs. Good tackle from the 5'8". Had a bit of help as well. 2 minutes 20 left. Can Queensland end with a try? Here's Tanner Boyd into the line. Well handled again. They go down the short side to Alungi. Murray to Alungi. Got the ball on the line. That'll be a try for Queensland. Their second try of the night. The North Queensland Cowboys player. Try awarded. Murray to Alungi.
Well, that'll give their 16 fans out of the 83,000 that are going to be here something to cheer about at the end of the game, Pete.
1, 2, 3.
You counting them?
There's 5 in front of us.
Yeah, well, there's only 16 here. It's a sea of blue here. A sea of blue.
Where's your week? You wear one of those weeks?
I've still got my hair.
Mate, Craig.
Sorry about that, Pete.
Good try, Murray to Alungi. Trindle, the attempted conversion. He's nailed it. Good strike there from Trindle. 36-10 it is.
I think it's as daunting coming here as it is to Suncorp Stadium. Would you say that, Pete?
Well, the crowd's a bit further away.
Yeah.
They're not questioning your parentage.
And then the bars leading down the street up there at Suncorp. The facility out here probably not as close. You don't run into as many natives.
Do you know what? They'll be there tonight too at the Caxton.
Oh, I reckon they will be.
Downing
With a cider.
Downing the 4X golds as we speak. And everything else.
Is that your preference,
there.
Pete? Or are you a Bundaberg rum drinker or a 4X or what? What are you?
See all of the above.
Oh.
30 seconds left in the contest.
Well,
Tanner Boyd.
Let's hope this is the standard for the night's play. Pete, 36-10. Not a fair flogging in it.
You're only saying that because Scott Sattler walked into the commentary box to say g'day.
He's a blue anyway.
Hey, hang on.
Well, you took everyone else. He was born in South Sydney.
To Alungi. Full time. Mulatalo puts it down. Referee says that'll do. And well done to Mark O'Mealy and the New South Wales under-20s team winning the under-20s Origin by 36 points to 10. Blocker, an outstanding performance from the New South Wales team, 6 tries to 2.
Yeah, it certainly was. And they went on with it in the second half, Peter. I've got to say it's my pleasure to be here doing the footy with you tonight. Let's hope they call us up again next year. Bye for now.
I'm sure they will. Have a great night, folks. Enjoy the decider. I know we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a terrific night. Well done to New South Wales winning the under-20s Origin. Hope you enjoyed the coverage of the game tonight.